Hello. Hello, La Senorita. It's been a minute since I've streamed anything. I've had a lot going on. And if it sounds like I'm just waking up, that's because I am. um, I really hope my mic sounds good. There's something like last night, there was some weird stuff going on with my mic, and it like was picking up the fan a lot. I won't lie, I do put this mic through the ringer, so like I might need to get a new one. Um if it's causing issues, but uh if everything sounds okay and like the fan is minimal cuz I have to keep my fan on. Then cool. The plan for today, here let me switch this. Oh, come on. Of course it's not grabbing it correctly whenever I start it. Okay, the plan is, hi Mandy. Plan is I wanted to work on a picture while we listen to the Casey calls. I wanted to start from the first new Casey call from Blue Boy. I'm gonna go ahead and get that started because I am having issues with my like Krita as I always am. So let me get this started.
Just call you first.
Oh, okay. So what's up?
Well, I was just reading through some of that stuff.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Well, first thing I want to mention is how come you lied to me about having sex with Paula?
How come I lied to you about having sex with Paula?
Yeah.
I didn't lie to you about having sex with Paula.
Well, you told me you did.
Yeah, I did.
On on that paper, you tell them that you never had any sexual contact with her.
No, that was before. I didn't tell them the whole details of the whole thing. I told them around about what happened. They didn't get the version that you got because they just got the breakdown of it. They didn't ask me about having sex with Paula. They're the ones that said that I didn't have sex with her. I didn't tell them that. But everything that that guy said, he, this is coming from the polygrapher, right? On the paper?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, everything that he said on there, he twisted everything around that I said. That includes all the stories about, like, with Mary Ingalls. I told him that I had a crush on her when I was a kid. He twisted all that stuff around. So when I go to do the polygraph on August 4th, I got to bring this with me and lay it in front of him and show him that I know what he did. And it's no different than Sean. It's a good thing I'm out of Sean's class now, because I would do the same thing to Sean. I've already told Ashley about it, and I've told my counselor about it, that I'm going to put it right in front of the polygrapher, so he knows that I know that he twisted everything around that I said, and I'm going to tell him that I already told them that he twisted everything around.
Oh shit. I didn't mean to go full screen. Hello, Kazanton, and hi, Cybersqueak. So I finally got it working. Okay, so this right here, this is Big Ronnie. Hold on, I'll make the sketch layer a little bit more. Where is it? There's Big Ronnie. All right, so this is Big Ronnie from the Greasy Strangler. I really like wanted to try some more like realistic paint styles, because like every time I try digital art, I do like a different coloring style just to kind of like learn how to do it and experiment. So that's what we've got going on right now. Because I wanted to blend. I wanted to blend the two together. I love you, Kozanton. I love you so much. You get it. This is my favorite movie ever. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I finally got everything to work with me correctly. So I'm gonna shut up now and play the call.
That's one of the reasons that I've been held back so much, because Sean and the polygrapher have been doing this shit for years.
Why didn't you mention this to me then?
Why didn't I mention about the stuff on there?
Yeah.
I was going to when we talked on the phone again. I even texted that to you. There's some stuff in there that I had to tell you some stuff about.
What do you need to tell me about?
That's the stuff I was going to tell you about.
About lying about having sex with Paula?
About them twisting stuff around. The polygrapher and Sean twisting the stuff around.
Well, what's that underlying stuff?
That's the stuff that he twisted around. That was me that underlined that stuff.
Well, so when he said that you admitted to fantasizing about the 9-year-old girl, what did he twist around?
That right there, I told him and I told Sean that I was upset about. Okay, there's a 9-year-old girl that sings the national anthem, comes on the news every morning at 5 o'clock, or it comes on right before the news at 5 o'clock. And at the end of her singing the national anthem, they've got her walking in a field with a flag, and they have her wearing a really, really short skirt. And I told Sean and the polygrapher that I was upset about that because of the people that are out there that see that. I didn't think it was appropriate for her to be wearing such a short skirt like that. And they twisted.
Because people like you would see that, Lorne? Because people like you would see that? Hello, Honest and Lethal Brownie. How are you guys? And Absurd. Hello, hello. This is the very first call. This is the very first Casey call. I'm going through them in order. I don't think I'll get through all of them tonight. I might get through 2 tonight. I say tonight. It's only 5:30 this evening, I guess. Yeah, it's on screen for 2 seconds, and like, who cares? It's a child. I don't care if she's butt naked in that. Like, what is wrong with him?
Did it around. You see why I got to bring it into the polygrapher and set it in front of him?
Well, what about failing the part? It says you admitted to fantasizing about girls ages 10 to 14.
No, yeah. When I was a kid, I told the polygrapher that I thought back to when I was a kid about the girls that I had something to do with when I was a kid. Like, one of them that nobody knows about is Sherry. Sherry was a girl that I had hots for a long time. She was my girlfriend. Actually, the first year that she moved to Cambridge, she was my brother's girlfriend. Then went to school in the following summer. It was me and her. And after that, apparently she didn't think she fit into my family for some reason. So she wound up going with other guys during the school year. But I still liked her. But we were good friends for a long time after that. And actually, I think I was like 30 the last time I saw her. But it was like when I was that age. When I was that age, it's girls that I liked when I was that age. That's what they're saying. That's what they're twisting around. They literally twisted around everything I said.
It says the Paula thing was in the clinical interview. So you told that to the psych evaluator.
No, the psych evaluator, I told the psych evaluator that I did have sex with Paula. I told her everything that I told you about
Hello, Dr. Cassandra.
with Paula. I told her about. I even told Ashley about.
So you masturbated to the thought of kids from high school?
No, from girls that I went to high school with. Those were the ones that I thought about. That I had.
Yeah,
thought
but
about
you knew them
later.
in high school, right?
Yeah, they were my age.
Well, back then they were.
Yeah, back then they were. Now they're still my age. I just thought about them from back then.
Yeah, when they were in, you thought about the high school version of them.
Yeah, because that's all I remember that they look like.
Yeah, and they were kids back then, Lorne.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking of it in that way.
How were you thinking of it?
Just because they were girls that I liked.
Yeah, but you were picturing 10 to 14-year-old kids. You don't see how that's kind of fucked up?
No, that was when I was in high school. The girls from high school.
I know that, but you were doing it recently, it says. You were thinking about high school girls when you were masturbating, according to the psych evaluations, the last 7 months.
According to the psych evaluation, the last 7 months.
Or, I mean, however long ago you took this thing.
But there were girls that were my age that I was trying to think about.
I don't know how you're not understanding what I'm saying. Yeah, but you were picturing them as kids. It's the image of kids. That'd be like pulling out your yearbook and masturbating to a picture of a girl in there. Just because she's 50 years old now, you were jerking off to the 16-year-old picture of her.
I see I understand what you're saying, but at the time I wasn't thinking about it like that because I was the same age as them.
That's the problem.
What?
That you should be thinking about it like that.
Well, I don't think about it anymore because after when I think it was Sean that I said that I told Sean about that too, and he made me think about that in that sense too. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really think of it that way.
Well, I'm just confused. Why did you fail the polygraph?
I'm not sure why I failed the polygraph. I'm trying to remember. But that was how long ago was that? That was
2021, it says.
2021.
The recent one. Why did you fail all the polygraphs of being attracted to kids? They asked you in March and in February.
I don't know why I failed them. I was honest with them about everything.
Well, yeah, you were honest, and they wrote it down. You told them about the 9-year-old girl and stuff.
Yeah, I told them about that stuff, but I wasn't attracted to her. I wasn't masturbating to her. I wasn't masturbating to any of them. The high school girls, yeah, that were my age when I was that age, but I didn't think of it in that way, and Sean brought it to my attention about that. And then I understood it. But I never had any attraction to any. He twisted around everything that I told him. He twisted around.
I just don't get why you don't understand that children are off limits.
I understand that. I am not attracted. Casey, what are you doing?
I'm asking you why you were jerking off to images of high school girls you went to school with. I'm just
Because
confused why.
because they were the same age as me. Well, and that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about, them being kids at the time. I was just thinking about them when I was a kid.
Yeah, you were thinking about them from back when you were a kid, when they were also kids and you're 50 years old.
Right,
You weren't
but I
jerking
wasn't
off and thinking
it
about
like
them
that.
as 50-year-olds. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I wasn't. It didn't dawn on me that I was thinking about it like that.
Yeah, but you understand now that you were thinking of it like that.
Yeah, now I understand I was.
You understand now that at 50 years old you were jerking off to kids.
I understand that, and I don't do that anymore because I didn't think about it that way when I was doing it then.
I just don't get how you weren't thinking of that.
Casey, I know the kids are off limits. I don't jerk off to kids.
Well, what about the masturbating to the girl on Little House on the Prairie?
That's because I saw her in another show, and I told the polygrapher this. I saw her in another show, and I remember about her when she was in Little House on the Prairie, and I used to have a crush on her. And I still had a crush on her when I saw her in this other show when she was an adult. I told him about that. But of course, he doesn't put that in there. This is why I got to bring that into him.
Well, why does it say that's not what was said, though?
Yeah, that's what was said. What he wrote and what was said are two completely different things. That's why I have to bring it into him to point it out to him and ask him why he's writing down different things that I actually say. Because if you look at the psych doctor's evaluation, the professional, you look at what she says, she's the one that gives me the test.
Well, which page is her page?
I could go up and look at it. Yeah, you're looking at the polygraph reports. Tests and measures. PAI. The PAI.
What page is that?
1, 2, third page in. And the fourth page in. Conclusions and recommendations. That's the psych doctor.
Well, she's talking about your self-report. Where's her words? Because all this starts with Mr. Armstrong's self-description. Mr. Armstrong indicates he, according to his self-report, the self-concept. Where are her words? That's not on page 3.
Hold on. Okay, look at the last sentence of every one of them.
Well, no, I should be looking at where it says conclusions and recommendations, right?
The last sentence of every one of them. Look at the last sentence on every one of them. Should be the last sentence on every one of them.
What does that even mean, every
The
one of
first
them? Does
one,
he mean paragraph?
okay. The second paragraph, Mr. Armstrong answered all the questions in a consistent manner. He responded in a reasonably forthright manner and did not attempt to present an unrealistic or inaccurate impression that was either more negative or more positive than the clinical picture would warrant. Okay, now let me see.
Yeah, tell me where I'm supposed to be looking. You said the last sentence?
It's either the last two sentences or the last sentence.
Well, can you just point me to one? Because I'm not seeing any.
Okay.
Because it says certain elements of his self-description would suggest that's your self-description.
Right. Okay. Now go to the second to the last sentence. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that others.
That's what I was just reading. Of your self-description.
Right. But the last two sentences or the last sentence is what she is saying.
As part of his more general problems in close relationships, he may have difficulty trusting a treatment professional.
What?
That's the last sentence.
Yeah, that and the sentence before that too. Certain elements of his self-description suggest that others are likely to see him as being withdrawn, aloof, and somewhat unconventional.
That's based off your self-description. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's the one that's giving me the test.
Yeah, that's a self-description. That's when you describe yourself.
Okay, so go down to conclusions and recommendations.
Yes, Mr. Armstrong was referred for this evaluation to get an understanding of his relationships and why he continues to be taken advantage of. Mr. Armstrong reports he does not have a history of ever having had a long-term, intimate relationship with an adult. He believes much of this is related to his friend choosing to date someone else. It seems more probable that it is related to difficulty with relationships in general. One of the factors that complicates understanding the underlying dynamics of Mr. Armstrong's relationships is that he is not a reliable reporter. So it becomes difficult to know whether he believes what he is saying is true when it's not, or whether he's aware he is providing inaccurate information. Mr. Armstrong's failed polygraphs suggest he has a pattern of withholding relevant information when asked about it.
Okay.
She's calling you a liar. She says you have a pattern of lying.
I know, to treatment providers, because I don't trust them.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
You lie to them.
I haven't since Gene. I haven't trusted. Which Sean was actually the one I didn't trust.
She's saying you lie to everyone.
No, I don't lie to everyone. It's like the polygrapher. I pointed it out to Ashley that it's fucking bullshit because he twisted everything around that I said.
Okay, well I'm gonna keep going through what the.
We've got some new people in the chat. I'm gonna check who's here. Let's see. Hello, Ilrirg. Hello, some jealous basement dweller, and hello, Donde, and Robophobic. You're making me blush, precious. This call makes me so mad, y'all. He can't read. I mean, I can't read, but like he cannot read. Is it that he can't read the paper that he chose not to? Because like obviously he didn't read it. I feel like if he tried to read it, he wouldn't comprehend what was being said to him. So whenever Casey reads it back to him and says it back to him and explains it, that's like the first time he's like really comprehending it. Hello, DNA.
The polygrapher said, or the psych eval, the conclusion, okay?
Well, look back up here. Look at
well, no. We're going to go through the conclusion where she put her thoughts.
All right. Why you rate
Mr.
about?
Armstrong described himself as being taken advantage of by women on the internet who post their conversations with him. He said he was, quote, too trusting, and that's why they took advantage of him. When confronted with accusations that he would get drunk and yell at the woman, he again portrayed himself as the victim, noting that they had, quote, made him fall in love with them and then cheated on him. His calling them, quote, sluts and yelling at them suggests a more combative, if not abusive, relationship than he suggests. It is unknown whether the other women believe they are in a romantic relationship with Mr. Armstrong, where sexual fidelity would be expected. It may be more helpful to conceptualize the relationships as mutually abusive rather than him being taken advantage of by people who have manipulated him. In treatment, this would include looking at the ways he was abusive and controlling. It will be important for him to shift his mindset from one where he is the victim to one of him making choices that likely hurt others. It will also be helpful for him to think about the needs he's meeting through having these relationships. Throughout the interview, Mr. Armstrong spoke about his sex offender treatment as if he were still engaged in it. He said he was still in treatment because his provider wanted him to have a relationship. This contrasts with information provided at that referral. When it was reported he had been discharged from the program for saying he wanted to hurt sex offenders. Beyond this, it does not appear Mr. Armstrong has gained knowledge from the sex offender specific treatment process. He was unable to identify what he had learned or what sort of changes he made. While it'd be understandable if he could not articulate all the tools and interventions he has been exposed.
You want the president got you? Or shit. I can't even do it. See, this is proof that I can't read. Hey, Cornville. So so he didn't get kicked out of his rape class for not passing it. He got kicked out because he was like threatening to beat people up. Am I hearing that correctly? Because like it would have been understandable if he got kicked out because he was in it for 10 years. But it sounds like he got violent, or at least he threatened violence.
He was unable to identify any. This is particularly concerning given his admissions of using thoughts of young adolescents slash pre-adolescents for sexual satisfaction during masturbation as recently as last year. Particularly, that's hard for me to say, particularly given the nature of his offense, this is very concerning.
Where's it that you're reading that?
That is on page 5, the first two sections.
Please tell me if my mic is doing anything crazy and it sounds like the fan is super loud or anything.
She put the word admission, meaning you admitted it. It's on page 5. There's only 6 pages.
I'm reading because apparently I didn't read it all.
And then look what Elise put at the
Cause Anton, no, I'm not driving. I turned my fan down like all of the way. My computer, my laptop, is like the little fans inside of it are going because it's trying to handle a lot right now, so you might hear some of that. But like if it's loud, like if it's super noticeable, please let me know, because I think it might be time for me to get a new mic, because I've been playing around with the settings. At first I thought that it was just I thought that it was just I had like the mic up too loud maybe, and it was just picking up all of that. But I do put this microphone through the ringer, so shut up, eel. But like, I put this thing through the ringer, so if it sounds weird or something like that, I probably need to replace it. Um, but yeah, how am I sounding right now? Why does it sound like Nuggets is on a fan boat? Motherfucker! Slash, are you being serious right now? Does it actually sound like that? Now I'm paranoid. Hi, hey boo. I'm waiting until Slash answers me. You sound fine. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, great. Xerox. All right. Fuck you guys. I'm playing the call.
Very bottom of the last page. Victim stamps or poor me are often found on lists of cognitive distortions that sex offenders use as ways of avoiding responsibility for their actions. He says you take a victim stamp.
Me and Julie are getting to the bottom root of that problem. I'm fucking floored. Apparently, I didn't fucking read it all. Apparently, this is fucked up.
Hey, Nuggets is gay for animation.
So fucked up. I'm not attracted to fucking kids. God damn.
Well, then why did you admit it to her?
I didn't admit to her that I was attracted to kids.
Read through it then. Because it says that's the conclusion. That was her evaluation, and that's what she determined, and that's her job. What you were reading before was your self-report. She took your self-report into consideration and came to the conclusion that you're not honest, and then went into all the other stuff. You only read certain parts. You didn't read the whole thing.
This is fucked up right here. He said he was still in treatment because his provider wanted him to have a relationship. That's what they've been telling me.
Not according to police or whoever was the psych evaluator. They say that you're in there because you were taken out of there because you were threatening to beat up the other people in class or something.
3 years ago. 3 years ago, I told Winnie.
Eel, Jesse's about to go live. We can turn this into a stream snipe. If y'all are down for that. Is she actually about to go live? What even about? Like, what would she go live about? I mean, it's Jessie. Do I really need to ask why she would be going live? It's probably just to sing in her car. When is she scheduled to stream? It just said hi. Someone call Wes. We gotta get a Jesse's World. No, I'm kidding. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna I don't know if it's like her or me, but like I don't see her videos ever come up. Like I have to go and search them. Oh, there it is. Hi. When is it scheduled for? Scheduled for 5:31. She was supposed to be here. Um Hey Zachary. So, yeah, it's supposed to start 20 minutes ago. She probably forgot that she was even doing it. If she goes live, let me know and I will switch over to her channel. Jesse's Trogfrolls. Y'all, I gotta go learn how to read. Hello, Navy. Jesse's troll frogs on lily pads. There we go. Yeah. If she goes live, let me know. I'll switch over. But until then, I'll keep working on Lorne.
It was 3 or 4 years ago. I told Winnie they recorded me and put it on the internet. Then they wound up fucking putting it on the internet again, and John wound up hearing it, and that's what brought this whole thing on.
Well,
That's why.
explain it.
That's why I am out of that class.
Where's the polygrapher's name on the report?
I don't know.
Because you keep saying
I don't know
that the
his last name was.
polygrapher, but this isn't
I
the
don't know his
polygrapher.
last name.
This is the psych evaluator.
Polygraph report. They're different people.
Yeah. So who wrote this report? Because you keep saying the polygrapher, but this is a thing from the psych evaluator.
I know. Well, she gets reports from probation. From what?
Yeah, this isn't the polygraph.
Yeah, the polygraph gets given to probation. Probation sends reports that they have to the psych eval.
Yeah, we're talking about the psych evaluator, where the psych evaluator is saying you told.
I keep accidentally going full screen whenever I try to pause it. Thank you, Zachary. It's Big Ronnie from The Greasy Strangler. It's my favorite movie ever. It's like the way that I describe it whenever I talk about it, is like if Napoleon Dynamite was a raunchy slasher movie, because that's like the only way to describe it in a way that makes it appealing. If you try to tell anybody like what happens in the movie, what the characters are like, it's not going to be appealing. Like it sounds weird, and it is weird, but it's just, oh, it's so bad, but in the best way possible. I love it so much. I wonder if you'd get in trouble if you streamed it. Squeak, I would get in trouble. I would get in trouble so fast. Like in the first scene. No, not the first scene. In the second scene of the movie, Big Ronnie moons like 4 people, and his bare ass cheeks are out. Like there's a lot of nudity in the movie. There's a lot of like violence and stuff like that. So I it would not fly. I would have to watch it like Scandal at the Vatican style. You know what I probably could do though? I could stream the audio probably. I could probably do that. But that's about it. But God, it's my favorite movie ever. I love it so much.
Her, you never had sex with Paula, and you told her that you had the fantasies about the kids. She's not going off of anything else. She's saying what you told her.
No, I didn't tell her that I did not have sex with Paula. I told her that I did.
But you did tell her that though. But she put it down.
She put down the wrong thing because I told her that I did. I don't tell anybody that I didn't have sex with Paula or with somebody that I did have sex with. I don't have a reason to do that. And with Paula, it pisses me off when you told me that she denies having sex with me. she's the one that came over to my apartment and had her boyfriend bring her over.
Well, what reason does the psych evaluator have to lie about this stuff?
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told anybody else. I wound up in the hospital that same night because when Paula left.
The night that she had sex with you?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, Callie.
Because I took like 20 pills. Nobody knows this except for my brother Paul.
Wait, you told Winnie you overdosed on Tylenol once.
Yeah, Tylenol.
Was that the same time?
I guess I don't remember telling Winnie that. I don't remember telling anybody that. I thought Paul was the only one that knew.
You do. I mean, what does that prove, though?
That's the reason I went to the hospital.
Because she wouldn't have sex with you?
No, because she had sex with me, then had her boyfriend come back and get her.
So you tried to kill yourself with Tylenol?
Yeah, I didn't know Tylenol couldn't do any more than that at the time.
Well, then how come you self-reported that you've never been depressed?
Because I wasn't depressed. I was in love and I was hurt. The rest of my life was fine.
So why wouldn't you tell the evaluator that?
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment?
Yep.
These are the people doing a psych eval on you, Lorne. You should be telling them everything.
Well, I never thought to tell her about that.
Well, she says that. She says in her conclusion that you withhold information, so she's not stupid.
It's not that I withhold information, it's that I don't think of everything at the time.
Lorne, okay, I'm just going to ask you this straight out. Are you a virgin? Lorne, okay, I'm just going to ask you this straight out. Are you a virgin?
No. Oh, shit. God, no. What would ever make you ask me that?
Because none of your stories make sense, and you told this lady that you've only had 2 girlfriends for 3 weeks and you've never been intimate with someone. And then the whole Paula thing makes no sense. The way you described a vagina doesn't make any sense.
I've repeatedly told everybody that I've had a lot of one-night stands.
Yeah, but you also don't know anything about sex, too, with the way you talk about it.
Navy, we're listening to a Lorne phone call. I believe, I don't remember what community you're from, but you're not from the To Catch a Predator community. Lorne was a man that was originally caught in a To Catch a Predator sting, and since he's gotten out of prison, he's been catfished. And the calls have been recorded and uploaded, and this is his most recent catfish. Somebody who is pretending to be the actress that played the decoy in the original Sting. He thinks he's talking to her, but he's not. Yeah. He, in these calls that we're listening to right now, he went and had a psychological evaluation done at some point in time to assess if he's learned anything, if he's like still a pedophile, I guess. I don't know. And he thinks that this report is what's the word I'm looking for? Not defending him, but is proving him to be a good person, when in reality it's all just his own self-reports that he's wanting his catfish to read to him. So it's all just the stuff that he's saying about himself. So yeah. Also, thank you, Robophobic. It's very nice of you to say. Exonerates him. Thank you, Squeak. Yeah. That's what we're listening to right now. So the first call is on a cliffhanger. whether or not he's a virgin. It just went into the second call. I have the first 3 calls pulled up. I don't think we'll make it past the first 3. I don't think I have it in me to go that long. We might. And Jesse might also go live. So, who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna let the call play.
The way I talk about what?
Sex.
Huh?
The way you talk about sex and how you don't know anything about vaginas. It's not a big deal if you're a virgin. I would just like to know what I'm dealing with.
I'm not a virgin, Casey.
Okay. You said condoms make sex feel better? That doesn't make any sense.
Do you know what it feels like to be constantly interrogated?
Well, I'm not interrogating you. I'm just asking you to tell me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth about everything. There's not one part of me that is telling you a lie.
Just if you don't lie, there would be no interrogating.
There's nothing about me at all that has been lying to you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to give you a free pass. I promise I will never bring it up outside of this phone call. I never will. You did not have sex with Paula. Okay? You can admit it, and I promise you I won't text about it. I won't mention it anytime we talk ever. I will never mention Paula ever again.
And you don't want me to lie to you?
Yeah, I don't want you to lie to me.
Okay. I had sex with Paula. Remember, you just said you don't want me to lie to you.
Well, I gave you a chance.
You give me a chance.
I gave you a chance to be honest.
It's not my fault that you don't believe me. You want me to describe it?
Yeah, describe it again how her vagina was so loose that it was like warm, wet air. That you never felt anything. That's impossible.
Okay.
She's playing Fortnite. Is it Squeak? Do you think it's worth sniping? I don't know. Also, I do want to say that this latest catfish is my favorite in a while. I think Tiffany and Ramona are definitely 2 of my favorites, but I really like this new Casey. I can't remember who said it. It might have been Eel. I think it might have been Eel that said that she's like a mix of Ramona and Tiffany. Also, she's got the camera pointed at her screen. She's got the camera pointed at her screen? Congratulations, Jesse. Hello, Kitty Velociraptor. But I really like this new catfish. So we can see what Jesse's doing for once. She is Kozantin. I totally agree with that. She's the calmness of Ramona and the dominance of Tiffany. Exactly. I don't know if it was me, but if there's credit to be taken, I will take it. You know what? That's fair. It was either you or Cornville, I think, Eel. But I don't want to give Cornville credit.
We were out in my living room. She went in on my bed and laid down. And after she went in there and lay down, I went in and lay down. I didn't make the first move. She made the first move. So all I did was lay down. As far as I knew, she had a boyfriend. She was just going to be over there, over my house, and just laying down and not an hour expecting anything to happen. And she's the one that leaned over and kissed me. She's the one that initiated the whole thing. So I just continued along, and we had sex. We started out with me on top of her, and then she flipped over, and I fucked her from behind.
Yeah, Squeak, I agree with that.
And she was the loosest person, the loosest woman that I've ever had.
Lorne,
We'll go
hold
into
on,
detail
hold
about this.
on. Lorne, shut up. You wouldn't know the first thing about the female anatomy. He, like, he buys into that whole looseness thing. I mean, granted, he most likely has not had the education, like the school education, to learn about that. He definitely hasn't had the personal education of just like being with a person. Like, just fuck off, Lorne. I hate. It's just incel rhetoric. Like, Lorne wouldn't listen to Andrew Tate, but they. I think that they would agree on a lot of shit if they ever spoke to each other. Do you know what Lorne looks like in this picture? Oh my god. Do you guys know? I'm pretty sure it was Phineas and Ferb. Do you guys remember that big balloon with the face on it? That's what Lorne looks like in the picture in the Casey call. Hold on, let me. You guys are not looking at it right now. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I gotta show you guys this. It's so funny. Does that not look like. Oh shit. There it is, there it is. Does that not look like the. the big face balloon from Phineas and Ferb? Or Mark Zuckerberg. Those eyes. Those eyes are giving me Mark Zuckerberg. He is quite. I mean, like, that's the spitting image of Justin Timberlake right there, Zachary. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
The sex. I'm waiting for the detail.
Before I could come, she she got off me or she moved and pushed me out of the way, and then she got up off the bed, pulled her panties up, and wanted to call her boyfriend back to come get her.
Before you finish.
Yep. And he came back and got her.
Well, then how come the other day you told me after having sex you guys talked for hours afterwards?
I didn't tell you that.
You did. You said you had sex and you guys talked for hours before her boyfriend came.
I didn't say for hours. We talked before her boyfriend came. I didn't say for hours because she wasn't there for hours.
You said hours.
No, I didn't say hours. I said
Well,
before her boyfriend came.
there you go, lying to me again. Do you feel like because you've rode this lie out for so long that you're in it too deep to admit the truth? Is that what the problem is?
No.
Because I told you I'm okay with it. I just want the truth.
I'm giving you the truth of everything that I remember. I don't remember talking to her for hours. I remember her wanting to call her boyfriend to have him come get her. And while she was waiting for her boyfriend, me and her talked about stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was we talked about, but we didn't just sit there looking at each other.
So then why did the psych evaluators say everything that you're claiming is not true?
I don't know why she said that, because I told her that I had sex with her. It's like the polygrapher. I don't know why the hell he's twisted everything around that I said either.
So now everybody's a liar. Everyone's just out to get you. Which, I mean, she puts that in her conclusion as well, that you're paranoid. And that beyond your victim stand,
there's some people that are not telling the truth, and it's not me.
It's you. You're the one.
Huh? Was that good? Did I do it good? I'm not gonna play the call until I get an answer, Zachary. Okay, great.
You can't take responsibility.
Casey, I'm telling them the same thing that I tell you. They're not writing it down. They're writing down the opposite things of what I tell them.
Why would they do that?
That I have no idea. But I told Ashley the same thing I told you. I told my new counselor the same thing I told you. I haven't told them anything different. None of them.
They would lose their jobs, Lorne. They have no reason to lie.
Yeah, well, Maria had no reason to lie 9 different times in court under oath, and she did.
Yeah, but you can't name any, apparently.
I had them all written down. I probably still have it somewhere if I didn't wind up burning that box. That quote-unquote Jamie got me to burn.
Well, do you have at least one?
I've got one box.
No, one example of her lying.
I don't know if I can give you and I was like, what the fuck, but I'll try to give you a you what. All right. You what? Was that good? I can't do the other one though. I sit here, I tried to. But I can do the other one. I can kettle. I can do Lorne's kettling, all right. The mega squeak. Oh, with the a mother from another a brother from another mother from a different tribe or whatever.
Oh, I gotta think back to it. I can't remember now because I can't think back to them. I'll see if I can find the list of them.
I cannot believe I gave you my real number and you're lying to me.
Casey, I'm not lying to you. I just can't remember it right now. I didn't try to remember them all. That's
It's
why I
not just
wrote them
about
down.
that, but lying about having sex with Paula, lying about everything that on this psych evaluation. You're saying none of it's true.
I'm not lying to you at all. I mean,
Based on the
literally at all.
paperwork, they are saying you are a liar, that you are a known liar.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that you have a history of lying. You already have a history of lying with me.
They're going based off a polygrapher that has twisted every word that I've said around.
And your probation officer and your counselor says it in there.
Not my probation officer. Because Ashley knows everything, and I haven't told Ashley anything different than what I've told these people. So Ashley knows that I haven't been lying.
There's no polygrapher on the report. They don't list a polygrapher. It's just the psych evaluator. It's just weird that you told me.
Hold on, I'm gonna try it. I'm so shy, Debbie. That wasn't very good. There's some that I can't get that that oomph in my voice that he's got. Like, I think my voice is too high pitched. I can't get that low. Cause he goes really low and he goes Debbie, and he gets like really in his chest. But I can do the high pitched stuff where he's like, you what?
This paperwork was credible, and then once you read it, you're saying now it's all a lie. Because remember when you told me this paperwork's gonna get me off of probation? You said they were hitting everything on the head. They got it all perfect. And then when I point out to you what she put on there that you didn't read for some reason, now all of a sudden they all are lying. Everyone's a liar.
I can't believe you don't believe in me.
Why can't you believe that?
I'm not gonna lie and say that what they're saying is true. Because it's not. It's not what I told them. Ashley knows it, and Julie knows it. And the polygrapher's gonna know it on August 4th.
You keep mentioning this polygrapher. I'm talking about the psych evaluation that a psychiatrist gave. You said the psychiatrist nailed it. It got it all perfect.
Yeah, because
And then I read it when she's actually saying that you're a liar and everything you do is fucked up, and now you're saying that she's a liar.
I was reading the self-description part, thinking that was her saying that.
Yeah, and then you got to her actual report.
Yeah. And that doesn't make me very fucking happy. It's the fucking Christ.
This is that victim thing she mentions in her report. She nailed it. She got everything perfectly right.
Yeah, well.
Y'all have been in top chat the whole time. I'm so sorry. If I've missed anybody who's come in or anything like that, I'm so sorry.
Against what you believe yourself. It goes against your own personal self-assessment.
Yeah, but now I got to talk to Ashley about it, and I got to talk to Julie about it. So I was thinking all the stuff that was self-description stuff. I was thinking that it was her saying that stuff.
Why didn't you read it all?
Because I read that self-description stuff, and I mean it's stuff that she's writing. He is extremely sensitive. He is extremely sensitive in his interactions with others and quick to feel that. That's the way I was reading it, like she was describing it.
But now you understand that it's a self-assessment.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Now I do.
Casey.
Now
Hi, Aaron. I never do that. I am so good about like always turning it on to live chat as soon as I enter a live, because like I've got the chat pulled up on my phone. I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. If anybody, like, if I've been ignoring you or anything like that, I promise I did not see it.
seeing the word self.
But why didn't you read it all?
Because
were you just too lazy to read the whole thing?
I was just reading over it quickly until I got to parts that I wanted to see what she was saying, and I thought I was reading what she was saying.
You just block out things you don't want to see?
Not that I intentionally blocked it out.
Well, if this is how you wanted to prove to me that you're cured, you failed totally.
Okay, well.
If anything, I'm more concerned now.
This is what her saying this right here. Mr. Armstrong rated himself as most attracted to adults, 20 to 30s.
Rated himself? You just said it again.
Yeah, I know. I just read it. At the end, this is her saying this, not me. His sexual interest should be considered normal.
Based off what you said.
So what am I supposed to do? Tell her that I'm attracted to kids when I'm not?
She's basing it off your self-assessment.
Yeah, my self-assessment. I'm not attracted to kids. I'm not lying about that. Ain't nobody can.
I don't want to play Zachary's message without his permission. If I have your permission to play it on the stream, I will. But if I don't have it, then I don't want to play it. But I will listen to it after the stream for sure. I will never be rid of my nasally accent. I like your voice, Zachary. Nothing wrong with your voice. Okay, I do have permission? Okay, great. Hold on. Alright, let me pull it up. Okay.
I'm so shy, Debbie.
That was good. Okay, no, that was good. You spot on. That was great.
Convince me that I am. It's fucking great. Now I gotta talk to fucking Ashley and Julie about this shit.
Why did it say on there that you fantasized about a 9-year-old girl, and why does it say you jerked off to teenage girls?
I didn't fantasize about a 9-year-old girl. The 9-year-old girl that is being talked about is the same one that I just told you about. That sings.
Why'd you bring it up to them? It's a very random thing to bring up.
Because it bothered me, the skirt that she was wearing with the predators that are out there. that they would
Yeah,
have
but why'd
her
you just mention that randomly?
because yes, it was something that was bothering me. I said,
And
yeah.
that's been bothering you?
I said it bothers me every morning when I watch.
I really want. I need more people to get into the Greasy Strangler so that when I like mix Lorne quotes with Greasy Strangler quotes, it makes sense. Cause like the title of this stream, Lorne likes to shout, "I like to smile." Like the whole movie is just so quotable. It's like The Room, and so I need like please. It's so funny and stupid, and there's so many good lines. I need somebody to like understand what I'm saying and what I mean whenever I say, kiss my juicy cherry lips. Do you know the Greasy Strangler is a movie? The character that I'm drawing, this old man, is Big Ronnie from the movie, and Anton, don't tempt me, don't tempt me. I can't play the visuals because there is just gratuitous amounts of nudity in this movie, but it is so funny and it is so like I love it so much. It's so quotable. Like, come on now. It's just please. I'm begging you guys. If you could smile, maybe you wouldn't be so monotone Mandy all the time. Duchess, that's rude. Their dicks are fake, but I don't think that YouTube would know that. Also, I don't think that Janet's body parts were fake. I mean, the giant ginger bush was absolutely fake. But like, I don't think they really used prosthetics on her. And I do think that Big Ronnie's ass was his ass. But God, I love that movie so much. Well, now I'm shit scared, Janet. Oh man. Are you saying she couldn't have a ginger bush? It would be exceedingly rare for a woman of her complexion to have a bush as ginger as it was in the movie. Getting it now on Blu-ray. Robophobic! Are you gonna watch it? It's I bought it on YouTube, so like I can watch it whenever. Which I think it's kind of well, I guess it makes sense that like a YouTube like a movie that you buy on YouTube, you would be able to watch the unrated version versus like actually on YouTube for public consumption, but not behind a paywall. It would be a problem. But it is so funny. I love it so much. Alright, I'm gonna shut up.
When I watch the news, right before the news comes on, that little girl watching, singing the national anthem comes on, and she's singing that song, and at the end of it, they've got her wearing a little skirt, carrying a flag, walking through a field. I told them I didn't like that, and I didn't think it was appropriate.
So why are you commenting on the child's skirt? I don't get it.
Huh?
I just don't get why you're commenting on a little girl's skirt. Like, why was that on your mind? Because I see little girls in skirts all the time. I never think about it.
Because there's a lot of predators out there that will look at that. And it makes her a victim. Casey, I can't tell you that I'm attracted to kids when I'm not.
Lorne, go fuck your dude. Ooh, this makes me mad. How he tries to pretend he's got this like altruistic drive to get this poor innocent child who's being victimized by all of these creeps to try to get this thing taken down, when in reality he's upset that his own dick is getting hard when he looks at that. He's mad about that, and that's why he's calling it in, and he's trying to act like that's not the case and that he's not attracted to that little girl. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. To his core, there's nothing but just corn kernel ridden fecal matter inside of that man. Fuck yourself, Lorne.
I can't help that what you're reading on there that I didn't catch before. I can't help that you want to believe that all of what they're saying. If I would have caught it before, I would have addressed it before with Ashley.
and you wouldn't have sent it.
No, I would have sent it because I promised you that I would have. There's nothing that
I'm so excited that you guys are getting the movie. I have nobody to share this with. Like nobody. I don't know anybody who's seen it aside from like one other person. So like having somebody that I can talk to with, I'm so excited. I hope you guys really like the movie because I love it so much. It's so stupid. But yeah. Thank you.
I'm going to lie to you about. You can't automatically think that I'm going to lie to you about something because I'm not, because I didn't even lie to them. And that's what pisses me off. I can tell them, I've talked to Ashley about this stuff before and told her, I said, it's like it doesn't matter what I say, they're telling me that I'm lying when I haven't lied to them for a long time. I even told her that there's some things that I don't remember that, they assume that I leave it out on purpose, that I don't leave it on purpose, I just don't remember it at the time. Sometimes it might be intentionally blocking it out, or sometimes it's unintentional blocking out, but I just don't remember everything in detail.
They say you're an unreliable narrator.
Zachary, the movie is a quote machine. Literally 99% of every single line in that movie is quotable. It's so good. Like the Janet, whenever she's like, Braden, is that Scottish? I love this movie so much. It's so good. Please rewatch it, Gozanton. The Greasy Strangler, all the way absurd. It is so good. There's like, you claimed her pussy, but you never claimed her heart. Like it's so good. I love it so much. I wish Lorne would have sex for the first time, but would immediately get tertiary syphilis. You know what? Lorne is probably the first person who could give himself an STI. Like one that's just, it's not just like a random infection from a lack of hygiene. Zachary, it's very sexual. the movie. Well, okay. Not to go in. I don't want to go into spoilers, but I'll say this much. The movie's about a love triangle of sorts. And there's a lot of really gross depictions of food. Like you don't want to eat when you watch this movie. I've tried to eat while I watch it, and every time it cuts to hot dogs or bacon or anything, I'm like, oh my god, it's disgusting. Great if you want to diet. Hey, Sloth Cat. I am a child, so I probably shouldn't be watching it, but don't tell on me, please. The sausages. I want you to grease my dog, or whatever he says to the hot dog vendor. I need this dog to be covered in oil so that it can lubricate my throat. Aw, have a good one, Navy. But yeah, the movie's it's full of great quotes. I am a child. I'm an aggressive child at that. So, you guys better watch out. Or I'll go feral like a certain non-fox fucker.
Unreliable about remembering things to a T. But that doesn't mean that I lie.
No, I can't stop shouting.
I haven't lied to them for a long time. Did I lie to them before? Yeah, I did, because I didn't trust Maria. I didn't like Maria. I think Maria was part of all that online shit.
She says she can't tell if you believe your own lies. She knows you're lying and she can't tell if you actually believe them or not. Why is everybody a liar besides you?
Because it's my life that I'm talking about. They're not going to tell me what happened. They're not going to tell me what happened in my life. It's my life. It's not theirs. I'm the one that lived it, not them. They don't have any right to tell me I'm lying about my own life. I know what happened in my life.
They do, and you're lying about it. You said you can't remember any of it.
I remember things that happened in my life. But because they want to choose to tell me that I'm lying about what happened in my own life, that's not my problem. That's their problem.
Well, it is your problem.
Yeah, it's my problem because they're making it a problem for me. I know what happened in my own life. It's like her saying that I didn't have sex with Paula. Bullshit, I didn't even tell her that. I told her that I did have sex with Paula. The way it happened was just exactly the way that I told you. I'm not going to lie to you about anything, Casey. We've taken a huge step forward. I am not going to lie to you about anything. I don't lie to Ashley about anything. I don't lie to Julie about anything. I didn't lie to the polygrapher or the Psych doc about anything. The polygrapher I'm royally pissed at because my word's been twisted all around. The Psych doctor, that's a shock to me now that I got to talk to Ashley about.
Mr. Armstrong blames his lack of in-person relationships on his relationship with Paula. He noted that they spent time together after she broke up with her boyfriend. For about 6 months, they socialized. They did not discuss a romantic relationship, nor did they have sexual contact.
See, I told her that we did have sex. We did not talk about a romantic relationship.
Mr. Armstrong believed that they were going to date because she was, quote, giving him signs. His, quote, heart was broken when she began dating someone else. Since then, he has had 2 girlfriends. One relationship lasted 3 weeks and the other 1 week. He texts and talks to several women who are in other states. He is reports he is waiting for them to come visit him and demonstrate their affection for him by following through with what they say they will do.
The 3-week one, I told her it was 2 or 3 weeks. She left out.
Well, it's weird that she got everything right that you said. All that's correct, minus the one part that you said that you had sex with Paula. But she heard everything else correctly because you repeated all that to me before too. But that one detail she just somehow missed.
Yeah, well, she left out that one detail that I had sex with Paula.
Yeah, that's mighty weird.
She also left out that I said 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't say 3 weeks. I said 2 or 3 weeks. I couldn't remember how long it was. It was more than 10 years ago.
Well, now you're getting technical. She put 3 weeks and you said 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. I couldn't remember how long it was. I knew it wasn't that long. Casey, I'm not going to lie to you about anything. As far as having sex with Paula, I had sex with Paula. You want to believe me with that, you can, or you don't have to. But you didn't want me to lie to you.
Hello, Pussy Destroyer. Now I'm getting all messed up. Who was the woman he was in bed with that he didn't make a move on? Is that not Paula? He says that he did have, well, his story changes time to time. Like, first he did have sex with Paula, then he didn't, then he did again. It's depends on what day you're asking him. It's just gonna change. Paula were rubbing his chest and he didn't make a move. He would rather continue to lie than just tell the fucking truth. That was Paula. It was Paula. I mean, pretty much every woman that isn't, who's the other woman? Nikki, I think. Was there a Nikki that he talked to? Or that he says that he talked to? Then later her boyfriend dropped her off and they had sex. And it was bad, so they stopped halfway through. Well, yeah, I mean, from his other accounts, he would put his toe in places it didn't belong. So, I can only imagine. Then they talked for an hour. I can't imagine her. I can't. Okay, let's assume that this did happen, right? That Lorne and her had sex and they stopped. If you would, I feel like Lorne would be the one. He would like chase her and then force her to talk until her boyfriend shows up. And that whole time he would be like trying to touch her and things like that. That's the vibe. That's what I think would have happened. Nikki was the one that probation got involved with when they checked his phone and saw he was harassing her. Wait. He was harassing. When in the timeline did he talk to Nikki? Was Nikki like a woman that he had known when he was younger that he just would randomly harass when he felt like it? He probably hung around her for access to her children. Oh. Yeah. Nikki was after prison. Nikki was 19 when Lorne was 42. God, that's fucking gross. He gave her 10K. Was it 10K or was it 10K worth of work on her septic? Then said it was a loan. Do you guys know where I can get more information about Nikki? Is there like a collection of documents or like a Blue Boy video or something like that that goes into this? Isn't Nikki the one he stalked? I mean, that poor woman. It's on one of his documents. I'll have to go look at that. That poor lady. Hit up Slash, he knows everything. The loser. Yeah, he is a loser. Hello, Balloon Sage. Hello, hello. He stalked every woman he ever was in love with. Let's be honest, yeah, that's true. He took out a 10K loan to give to her. Was she the mayor of Italy too?
I even described how it happened. I even talked to Paul and Laura after.
Why do you sound more upset about not having sex with Paula than the pedophile stuff?
I'm upset about all of that.
Yeah, but you're like hyper focused on the part where she said you didn't have sex with Paula.
Because
I
you
mean,
were
what
focused
about
on
the
it.
rest of it?
Because you was focused on that. The rest of it, I'm not attracted to kids. How else can I say that? I haven't given them any reason to believe it. I've given them every reason to not believe it. Yet it's my words are still getting fucking twisted around in the polygraph, or by the polygrapher.
Why do you think women have multiple clits?
I don't know. I was guessing. I didn't. It's not like when I've been down there eating a woman's pussy that I've been counting her clips. It's not really what I'm counting. What I'm there for. Why do women get technical on that stuff?
How do you? What do you mean count them? What do you mean you're not? That's exactly what you're down there for.
It's 1, 2, 3 count
Count
with
'em?
me.
No.
As far as I knew, on the
Where do you? That's where the sexual pleasure comes from. Is the clit, Lorne.
Yeah, but as far as I knew, they had one. So am I right? Do they have one or do they have two? You're a woman, you can tell me. I've never been in bed with a woman and discussed it. I've never been through sexual education that went in detail in high school because that's not what they were trying to teach us. It wasn't
If
proper.
you've had as many one-night stands as you claim, you would know how many there are.
Why? I had sex with them.
Because you said you love to eat pussy. You said that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I know how many clits they have.
You definitely should. You must not be very good at pleasing a woman if you don't know.
We never discussed it. I've never
Lorne,
discussed it with anyone.
how many did you feel with your tongue?
I don't know. My tongue was all over the place.
Like a dog drinking from a bowl of water? What do you mean?
No.
How was your tongue all over the place?
Because it was all over the place. It was all over the place, and it was all in the place.
What are you? Oh my god. Where? Where was it?
It was in the pussy, and it was on the clit, and on the outer clit, and it was on a G spot, and I had to lick all around them.
Where are the G spots?
Huh?
Where are the G spots, Lorne?
On the inside.
Where?
Usually to the left. I think it's usually to the left.
The left of.
Usually to the left. He's so stupid. What? Is it the cha-cha slide? In her pussy? What's going on? Oh shit. Oh my god. Lorne, you dumb motherfucker. Hi, Ruby Roo. You picked a perfect time to come in. Yeah, the Cupid Shuffle. There you go. Cupid Shuffle. My bad. But I definitely had sex with Paula. Yeah, you did. Ruby Roo, he can't be that stupid. That's the thing. Oh my god. He's so fucking stupid. The outer clips. Oh god. Can you... Where's the pee hole in all of this mix? Because we've seen the diagram. Which even he didn't label the vaginal opening. So like... Cozanton, stop. Cozanton, don't you ever say that again. Oh my fucking word.
What?
On the inside to the left of the pussy. Just stick your tongue in. It's on the left. At least that's where it was with Kathy.
Who told you that?
Huh?
Who told you that?
Well, that's where it was with Kathy.
To the left of the pussy.
To the left. On the inside, to the left. I put my tongue on the inside, to the left. I stuck my tongue on the inside of her pussy, and I wiggled my tongue around to the left, and I hit her G-spot.
How do you know?
Well, because she let it be known. And she told me.
How long do you have a 9-inch long tongue?
Huh?
Do you have a 9-inch long tongue?
Did I have a 9-inch long tongue? No. I didn't take a 9-inch long tongue.
She said, "Oh, that's one of my G spots."
She let me know that I hit her G-spot, and then she told me after, yeah, you hit my G-spot.
You would never hit the G spot with your tongue. What does a vagina taste like?
Tastes like a vagina.
What does it taste like?
Why would you interrogate me like this?
Well, you should know I'm not done interrogation unless you're going to lie to me.
Well, it's been a long time since I tasted one.
Yeah, but you would know.
still tastes like a vagina. How do you want me to explain it? It's got a little tang to it.
A little tang to it.
See, it doesn't matter what I say. You're gonna try to make fun of it.
What does that mean?
It's just like. How do I describe it? It's like raw skin. I guess that's the best way I can describe it, is raw skin.
Raw skin as opposed to cooked skin?
It's got a little tang to it. You know that drink Tang? Have you ever heard of that drink? I don't even know if they still
Yeah, I
make it.
have.
All right, a little bit like that.
It tastes like oranges?
No, not quite like oranges, but kind of the same tangy taste. Kind of, but not quite like oranges.
But kind of like oranges.
It's just got a little tang. Why in the hell do women ask me this stuff now? Christ, in
Well,
person,
it's weird that you're getting very defensive because you don't know anything about the female body.
In person, women never ask me this stuff in person.
Well, because there's no women in person.
When there was, then they never asked me these questions.
Well, then tell me more about the outer clit.
It's just floppy and it's nice to suck on and to play with.
You say floppy?
Floppy, not sloppy, floppy.
Why is it floppy?
Because it's the pussy lip. Actually, it's not a clit, I guess. I don't know if they consider it a clit or a lip. Holy Christ, I feel so fucking interrogated.
Well, why is your pussy lip flopping?
Casey, why are you asking me these questions?
Because now we've gone down a rabbit hole.
Hi, Rocket Fuel.
The lip and the clit are very different.
Women have never asked me these questions in person. Why is it that women are asking me these questions over the phone?
I don't know who else is asking you besides me.
Well, quote unquote Jamie asked me.
Okay, well, I'm not Will. I don't know what they did to you. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Well, you do know what they did to me. It's all over the internet.
Lord, I would have to be able to sit down for like a full 2 to 3 months to listen to everything they recorded about you and with you.
With all the one-night stands that I've had, I've never had a woman sit down and discuss her bodily parts with me.
Is it because these women don't exist?
You can believe that if you want to. It's completely up to you.
I mean, you said you love eating pussy, but you don't know where or what the clits are.
So I don't know the names of the parts. I didn't know that I was there to be able to list off the parts of a woman's body.
Well, you should know where they are.
Okay, well, you can teach me. You'll be the first one to teach me.
That was the second Casey call. I'm going to go ahead and put like a note out to the side over here to start, if my pen would work with me. Alright, start with Casey 3. Cool. Thank y'all for coming. Let me get everything looking the way that I would like it to. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for coming on my face. Thank y'all for coming. Bass, you showed up like right when I'm ending. I know I'm wrapping up right now. But thank y'all for coming. And I will see you guys next time. I'm hoping to stream more in the future because it's been a minute. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Bye.
Millions
Oh,
find a
fuck you.
low-cost health
Fuck
plan
you.
at healthcare.gov so they can enjoy
I wanted
more
to play my
visits
song and
have
it
less to
didn't
worry about.
add.
Feel like a million and find your plan during open enrollment. Healthcare.gov is here for millions.
Thank
like
you, healthcare.gov.